My name is Captain Jonathan Bratten. I'm the command historian for the Maine National Guard. I'm also the company commander for the 251st Engineer Company. Heritage Outreach Program is how we in the National Guard use our history to educate both our soldiers and prospective soldiers, so basically the students of our state. It is their history as well as ours. We are the state's military force, and so we like to be able to share that with them and make sure that both our soldiers and airmen and prospective soldiers and airmen are aware of the great heritage that we have. And it's really great to be able to work with students and connect them with their own hometown history. I try to tailor the presentations to that county or even that town if possible. The Heritage Outreach Program was put together by the Guard back in the early 2000s, I believe. I've tended to tailor it a lot to make it more Maine specific, especially to be able to tell stories of individual Maine soldiers through our conflicts. It's a sort of natural fit with my program and the Heritage Outreach Program to be able to really personalize and sort of humanize the stories of our history rather than have them just be a bunch of meaningless dates. Have it something that people can actually connect with. I would hope that students take away, first of all, that we have an amazing history in Maine. And it goes back hundreds and hundreds of years, people doing all sorts of incredible things across the state that far outweigh our small population size. I would say that our history is unique, it's dynamic, and it shows that individual Mainers will take risks, they will take responsibility, but also they will just innovate. They will always find a way. They will always find a way to lead even when things are at their most bleak. We can do basically anything. We broke unbreakable German positions in World War I. We seized treacherous islands from the Japanese in World War II. We've done amphibious landings. We've got units with more amphibious landings than some Marine Corps units. We've stood at Bunker Hill. We've been all over the world, and this is such a dramatic piece of our culture that we should embrace it and make it a part of our day-to-day activities and really use that as our driving force towards the future. For students and then also our own soldiers and airmen to realize that our history is able to show how, no matter how dark the situation is, we've always managed to push through it. It's very surreal to be a historian talking about myself in a role where it's a deployment. We sign up, we volunteer, and we go off on a deployment, and it's routine, and we see this little piece, this little bubble of where we are. And then to put that into a larger historical perspective, and then to have to admit that I am a part of history to a lot of these students who were born after 9/11, the post 9/11 generation, it really causes one to be pretty introspective about one's service and about how you really see yourself in the world. Why is history important to me? It's like asking, why is air important, I guess. For me, military history, especially the history of our organization, is not just a collection of data. It is not just information. It is literally carrying on the stories and the heritage of all the people who went before us. And for many, that means for those who were killed in action or who died of disease. We don't tend to remember individuals a lot of the time. And that's why I think my job is incredibly important, is that it's carrying those stories forward. If someone's name is said after they die, they've never actually really died. And so it's to perpetuate their memory, especially here in the Maine National Guard. And also I'm just fascinated by it. It's something that's driven me since I was a small child, and I find that it is, if you look at it as one big story, that's what it is. It's just people being people, and it's better than any television show out there. The truth really is stranger than fiction.